that the bells didn't ring, and you might indulge me for just a moment, please, because I'm conscious that we're facing into an extremely busy parliamentary schedule with a number of very important items of business over the next number of weeks. However, before we begin today's session, I believe it would be remiss of me as Count Corlin not to make a few remarks on the issue of the Leinster House bicycle shelter, the infamous shelter, the cost of which has been rightly criticised since it was disclosed. Members of this House have received countless emails, texts and phone calls about the exorbitant cost of the shelter. Nobody can understand how a simple structure to park bikes ended up costing $336,000 of taxpayers' money. I know that I speak for everyone in this House when I say that it's a profound embarrassment and the depth of public anger is entirely justified. As many of you will be aware, the Office of Public Works is the landlord of Leinster House and other historic buildings. In recent past, they have done outstanding work on the restoration of George and Leinster House. I know the chairman of the OPW is preparing a report on the project for the relevant minister. However, as chairman of the Houses of the Oireachtas Commission, I've asked the chairman of the OPW to attend our meeting next week, where he will have the opportunity to explain and to answer questions. Specifically, it is important to find out why the value for money of the project wasn't queried when the cost became clear to the OPW. As public representatives, we don't get everything right, and we can be rightly criticised for some of the things we do. However, we understand that taxpayers' money must be spent prudently and carefully, and we know how galling it is for those struggling to pay their bills to read about excessive expenditure of this nature on a bike shelter in Leinster House. So let me say that whatever the findings of the OPW's review, lessons must be and will be learned, and there cannot be a repeat of such unwarranted and indefensible expenditure of taxpayers' money. As TDs elected to represent the people, we need to ensure that on their behalf.